So today we have with us Miss Paridhi Arora. She is a biomedical engineering student at SGS ITS Indore. So I thought why not ask her some questions about the environment and not just the Gangetic plains but our whole planet Earth. So could you tell us that what are some innovations in the field of biomedical engineering which could help minimize the environmental damage in the future?
The greatest threat to the planet is the belief that someone else will save it. Well, biomedical engineering or engineering as a field can help us pave our way faster and better towards a sustainable environment and an ecosystem. In my views, there are a lot of ways by which we can achieve it, some of which are making biodegradable equipments. Sterilization and reusability can be the key. Well, we can also introduce syringes and the small equipments that we use in our everyday lives in hospitals, which can be reused and sterilized for a better and a cleaner future.
Technology is now becoming an integral part of our lives, but can it help in the environment and reverse the damage we have done to our ecosystem?
Yes, definitely. Technology, if used in a smart way, can reverse the effect of the human impact on the environment. Well, some of these ways wherein I believe technology can be used for the same are, like in biomedical engineering industry, there are some special microbes which are used to clean the oil spills or the chemical spills that take place. While in the agricultural field, I feel the satellite sensing and the smart sensors along with the AI can be a game changer. Well, technology in all industries, from space to biomedical engineering industry to agriculture industry, if used in a smarter way, can definitely help us change and reverse the human impact.
With us, Mr. Saket Kapoor, who is an agricultural expert and owns a farm in Karnal, Haryana. So, what sustainable farming techniques do you use in your farm to reduce environmental damage?
See, as far as sustainable farming is concerned, as far as I am concerned, if I take example of paddy, it's very popular that during winters there is a lot of paddy stock burning which pollutes the air. So we are using in situ method of converting this paddy stock into manure because it has got high silica content. That's one. And second is we use less of groundwater. We use the pond water, which is the wastewater of the village. So we pump that water for the cultivation purposes. So these two methods we are deploying.
So we all know that we need to use fertilizers and pesticides for the growth of our crops, but what impact do they have on the soil and water of the ecosystem?
Fertilizer and pesticides are, necessary evil which every cultivator or farmer has to deploy to meet the increasing demand of food. The total population of the world is over 7 billion and the cultivable land does not commensurate to that. In case we do not use pesticides and fertilizers, we will not get that kind of yield to feed the hungry mouths. Now coming down to the impact of fertilizer and pesticide on environment, especially soil and water. As far as fertilizer is concerned, it is actually a tonic for the soil, which is why the yield is better and you get more produce per unit area. But pesticides, they actually seep into the soil, into the groundwater and contaminate it. So that is where the whole problem starts. But you cannot stop pesticides, because in case the pesticides are not used, most of the crop may get damaged. Maybe 30%, 40% gets eaten away by the living organisms. What a farmer can do is use only necessary and less severe pesticides. Overspraying of pesticides actually contaminates the water, so we make sure that we use only pesticides when it is urgent or most necessary.
So, how can our farmers balance the high crop yields while also protecting biodiversity?
Traditionally, farmers or cultivation, it's the oldest profession of human beings. When you cultivate two different varieties of crop, they help each other. For example, if mustard is sown along with wheat, mustard actually prevents a lot of organisms from growing into the wheat fields and prevents the damage. So that's one of the biodiversity angles. The other is, within the farm, you can have trees along the boundary, which prevents, the air and dust storms from spoiling the crop. So these are some biodiversity